Hello and welcome. You're watching FI. I am Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. Now, the Reserve Bank of India has mandated that from 1st of October, all kinds of recurring or auto debt payments will require the customer's consent before they are cleared. Now, what exactly does this mean? On the program, we'll break it up for you. But essentially, to understand in a nutshell, what this change basically means is that starting October, customers who want a standing instruction in place for recurring payments will have to register for what is now going to be called a e-mandate at the merchant site for the first transaction with a validity period and a maximum amount mentioned over there. Also, registration, modification, deletion, etc. all of those details you'll have to give in this so-called e-mandate. For subsequent transactions, customers will have to pre-debit now notifications 24 hours prior with details of the upcoming e-mandate charge coming in. So it will give you details like your date, amount, which merchant is it going for, and the reference number. Got it? No, it's okay. Even I didn't get it in the first time. So I reached out to my friend Rubina for more. This is what she said.
If you've been noticing failed transactions for online subscriptions like Netflix or even bill payments, you are not alone. The Reserve Bank of India's latest guidelines for recurring transactions went live on the 1st of October, requiring e-mandates for all future recurring payments. The new guidelines require all users to be informed of recurring payments at least 24 hours in advance. In addition, users will have to set up an e-mandate authorizing automatic payments for each individual service they are subscribed to. The new rulings are designed to prevent online fraud as well as recurring payments for services that users might not be aware of that they are subscribed to. It is also expected to encourage services to offer monthly payment options over a lump sum yearly payment. The lackluster implementation is, however, affecting millions of users who have online subscriptions or auto payments set for bills like credit cards or insurance. Now, while the government is urging users to set up e-mandates that will set a fixed limit and time duration for services to execute automatic payments, not every bank is ready to implement these yet. The notification for the e-mandate will be sent by the service or platform for which you wish to set up automatic payments. And once the user has authenticated the e-mandate for each specific service, payments under 5,000 rupees should go through automatically on schedule. However, an OTP will still be required for transactions above 5,000 rupees. Moreover, a notification will be sent 24 hours ahead of the transaction, informing the user of the transaction, allowing them to cancel it. Now, once fully implemented, users will also be able to use their bank account to cancel any individual recurring transaction from one single interface. However, till the time the e-mandates are not set, all automatic transactions are expected to continue failing. Overall, the new guidelines are a good move towards tighter online security and more control over payments, but the slow rollout of the e-mandate process by banks and services has led to service disruptions and millions of disgruntled users. While the share of recurring payments in India remains small, the push for monthly plans could be a boon for service providers. It will, however, require a significant revamp of the process to ensure ease of use.
So net-net, it's a great move in which, remember all those suspicious prescription charges that you keep paying sometimes for months and years, not even knowing, all of them comes to an end and you have to give your mandate before this auto debit can actually take place. Apart from that, there are a couple of more details that have come out in this RBI guideline. This is especially for pensioners. So please listen in very carefully. You will have to now submit your digital life certificate. Submit a certificate by 30th of November. If not, some couple of banks have actually increased the deadline, so do check in on that. And no physical presence of pensioner is now needed, which is a great move. Really, a lot of people who are old on wheelchair and they have to be taken to the bank, it solves all those problems over there. So ensure you've done this. Apart from that, 3 banks have now floated a new checkbook, and any previous checkbook is now invalid. For example, the Allahabad Bank, the Oriental Bank of Commerce and the Union Bank of India. All these 3, if you have an existing check, it is not likely to stand anymore and you will have to get a new one issued by your bank.